Hey, man, check it out, bro. Look, I'm reacting to UK rappers in knife fights, man. Look, bro. You know the UK known for having knives. Niggas always making jokes about, hear ye. Yeah. Ha ha ha. I have told you. You know what I'm saying? They always making little jokes about the UK with them knives and shit. How they don't have guns. But anyway, man, I ain't gonna waste no more time. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it, man.
When most think of the UK, the first thing that comes to mind is the royal family, tea and crumpets, or Big Ben. But the UK drill scene has exposed the darker side of the kingdom that many don't get to see. A world full of stabbings, gang beef, kidnapping, and murder. Here's a look at some of the craziest knife fights that have involved UK drill rappers. Youngdiz. Europe has much stricter gun laws than the US, and therefore, it's rare for rival gangs to shoot at one another in the UK. However, that doesn't stop the violence. Stabbings and knife crime are more common on the streets of London than they are in the US. Local gangs are responsible for thousands of stabbings per year, and police reported that between
niggas run up on each other, like run up on the ops, catching them lacking, going like this. Hey, I caught the op. I went up. I snuck up on the op. I caught them lacking. Bro, think about stabbing a nigga, but you know what I'm saying? UK niggas are really way more evil because like it take more to stab a nigga than to shoot a nigga. Like it's easier to shoot a nigga, but it take way more to run up on a nigga and go like this. You know what I'm saying? It take way more heart to stab a nigga than it is to shoot a nigga.
In 2018 and 2019, there were 4,277 cases of knife crime. Authorities say that the popularity of drill music is behind the wave of stabbings. So in 2019, they partnered with YouTube to ban the genre and have 130 drill music videos removed from the platform. One case in particular, involving a rapper from East London named Youngdiz, caught their attention and prompted the crackdown on drill in the country. Isaac Donko, who raps under the name Youngdiz, was arrested in April 2019 for a kidnapping that occurred the previous summer. Dizz was accused of recruiting a group of high school kids, 2 that were 16 and 2 that were 14, to help him kidnap and torture another 16-year-old enemy. Isaac was a member of the Six Gang, which operated out of the Beckton neighborhood of East London. He's also a popular rapper who performed under the name Youngdiz and had even been featured on Tim Westwood's popular YouTube channel. Dizz is known as the Prince of the Six and is a feared and respected gang member in East London. He has been making music for years, and when drill started to pop off in London, he caught the wave and began to build a career for himself. But his music career was put on hold for a while after he caught a pretty wild charge. Dizz was 21 years old at the time and had recruited a group of teenagers from a local high school to help him with the kidnapping. It was later alleged in court that Dizz would often go to the local high school and flaunt his wealth and status in the street to recruit younger kids in the neighborhood to help him commit crimes. He would front them money and drugs, then use that to manipulate them into doing whatever he wanted. Allegedly, the victim had stolen some product from Dizz and refused to pay him back or listen to his demands, so the rapper decided to make an example out of him. In August 2018, Dizz and his crew spotted the victim on Gordon Road in London and forced him into a dark blue Ford. The victim later testified in court that he was sure they were going to kill him. Instead, they ended up torturing the victim by beating him, stabbing him with scissors, burning him with boiling water, and forcing him to swallow cannabis.
Damn, these niggas are sick. Shit. Yo, these niggas, UK niggas are sick. Yeah.
They then found him to call his family and demand a ransom of 1,500 pounds, which is around 1,900 US dollars, and eventually let him go. However, they filmed the whole thing with an iPhone camera, which was later used.
Oh my fucking God, y'all filmed the whole fucking thing. Y'all niggas are so fucking dumb. How stupid can you be? You filmed this shit with a bruh. How fucking dumb is that? Why the fuck did you film that shit? Not only is it bad enough that y'all doing this stupid ass shit, y'all doing this fucked up ass, sick ass shit, y'all niggas is filming and recording this shit. Y'all deserve to go to jail. Lock these niggas up. Keep these niggas locked up for the longest of time. Give these niggas 100 and some years. Throw the key away. No chance of parole, man. Throw these niggas away, man.
as evidence. Dizz was eventually arrested and sentenced to over 6 years for kidnapping and torture.
Although, hell nah, get a nigga 100 years. That nigga deserve 100 years. For the shit that he did and for being as stupid as he been. Get a nigga 100 years.
Although it was not the only crime that led to the UK's war on drill music, it definitely contributed, and the official crackdown on the genre on YouTube came just a month after this incident. Many have criticized the police and tech company for their decision to crack down on the genre, claiming that it's a violation of freedom of speech and creative expression. But police claim that drill music glorifies violence and gang culture and has led to an increase in stabbings in London. However, the ban on drill has only added to the genre's popularity, and the violence hasn't exactly calmed down. If you thought that was crazy,
what the fuck you do? If you banned it, they still gonna, like, bruh, y'all wasting y'all time from banning drill. They still gonna do this shit. Like, the more you try to take away, the more they gonna try to rebel against that shit, bro. So you might as well just let it stay. So
crazy, these next rappers started a machete fight in public. Yup, here's what went down.
Started a
Baby Corp needs you to go undercover.
You want me to be a baby again? My texting hand! The boss is back, baby.
The Boss Baby, family business, rated PG.
We meet again, doorknob.
In theaters and streaming on Peacock July 2nd.
Digga D and Savo. On January 2nd, 2019, a fight broke out outside of the Westbourne Park tube station on Harrow Road in London between two rival gangs. According to news outlets, the fight was pre-planned and was a clash between two rival gangs, the Ladbroke Grove gang and the Mozart gang. There were 7 men.
Look, bro, if you got a gun out in the UK, you that nigga. They look at you as that nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? Most niggas got knives, so when you got a gun in the UK, you is that nigga, man. That nigga.
In total, wielding knives and machetes. 2 innocent women ended up getting hurt in the fight, and all 7 men were arrested and sentenced to prison time, including 2 famous drill rappers. 3 of the men arrested were a part of a music crew and gang called 1011, who operate out of the Ladbroke Grove neighborhood and are also known as the Ladbroke Grove Gang. The other 4 were members of another rival street gang and music crew called the Harrow Road Boys, who are also known as the Mozart Gang because they operate out of Mozart Estates. There are 2 opposing sets who are also part of the local drill scene. The 3 Ladbroke Grove Gang members who were part of the Brawl were 18-year-old Jordan Badeau, 19-year-old Rice Herbert, and an unnamed 17-year-old associate. Badeau and Herbert are well-known drill rappers who make music under the names Savo and Digga D. Digga D and his crew, 1011, are credited with being one of the first drill groups in London. They formed the group in 2015 and have had several clashes with the police while they've been active. In 2017, the group was arrested for carrying machetes and baseball bats, which they claimed were for a music video. But police weren't buying it and claimed the group was planning an ambush of a rival gang. 1011 was hit with the criminal behavior order, which meant that all of their prior videos were taken off the internet, and the crew had to seek permission from the police before uploading any more music. By that point, the songs had already racked up millions of plays, and their fans quickly started uploading the music to their own channel to continue the movement. Also present in the brawl were 4 members.
God damn, boy, yo ass. Mush head ass little boy. Oh, my mama. Fat nose ass little boy. My mama, your head squished as hell, boy. Frog looking ass nigga, my mama. Carpenter looking ass nigga. Your braid tight as hell, ain't it, my boy? Your hair hurting, ain't it, my boy? Side face head ass nigga. Cyclops looking ass nigga. I'm on your shit, boy. God damn, you ugly as hell, boy. God damn, this nigga ugly.
Members of the Merrill Road Boys / Mozart Gang. None of them were famous rappers. However, there are drill rappers in the group like Ratlin and Fredo, but none were present in this particular fight. The entire brawl was captured by CCTV, and all 7 men were quickly arrested after the incident. The leader of the Mozart Gang, Damani Charles, was stabbed in the brawl and was treated at the scene, then arrested. The 17-year-old associate of the Ladbroke Grove Gang was also stabbed, but managed to escape. He later showed up at a hospital and claimed he had been injured from falling off a bike. The rest of the crew involved in the brawl were later arrested in their homes. Because the fight was caught on tape, they didn't have much of a defense, and nearly all of them pled guilty to violent disorder and possession of a deadly weapon. They were all sentenced to between 2 and 3 years for the crime, except the 17-year-old who was detained for 10 months. If you thought that was crazy, this next rapper was arrested after attacking a moving vehicle with a huge zombie knife. Joshua Gardner is a drill rapper and a member of the G Lane Gang or CR7 crew that operates out of Croydon, South London. The crew was well known to the local gang unit, especially after an incident involving a member named Joshua Gardner, who attacked a vehicle with a huge zombie knife on the streets of London. The incident happened back in 2018 and was captured on a dash cam. The video that was later played in court shows Joshua on a bike approaching a blue Volkswagen parked on the side of the street. The vehicle clearly recognizes Joshua as he pulls up and tries to pull out and speed away. However, traffic prevents the car from escaping and Joshua gets off his bike and begins attacking the vehicle. First, he kicks the door and then he starts swinging around a huge zombie knife and uses it to batter the windows and door of the vehicle.
Damn.
He tries to rip open the door, but it's locked, and the driver manages to get out and escape on foot. Joshua was arrested and charged with attempting to cause grievous bodily harm. The gang unit in the local police department was already familiar with Joshua due to some of his past activities and his involvement with the G-Lane gang. Not much is known about G-Lane. They have a bunch of assorted videos out by different members on YouTube, including a video for the song No Hook by Gardner and YL, where Joshua can be seen standing in the background. According to the UK newspaper, The Sun, the gang was also known by the postcode CR7 and had been involved in a gang war that led to multiple stabbings and murders, including the death of a 15-year-old. Joshua, who was only 18 at the time of his arrest, had been charged once before for attempting to rob a school kid of his cell phone and wallet. To the shock of many paying attention to the case, the rapper was let off with just 150 hours of community service and no jail time for the road rage incident. The judge who presided over the case claims that a kidnapping that had occurred not long before the case was the reason behind why she let him off with just a warning. Apparently, on March 26, 2018, Joshua was kidnapped by another gang of men in their 20s over a drug debt that his friend owed. He was held at gunpoint and forced to sell drugs for them for 10 days until the debt was paid off. She claimed that although the kidnapping was no excuse for violent behavior, it did explain why he was acting in such a reckless and vicious manner. Many local Croydon residents who were following the case were shocked by this verdict and claimed that it was only going to lead to more knife crime in the city. However, Joshua didn't make contact with the victim. He merely caused a frenzy and terrorized the public. The court was not able to bring any evidence of Joshua's gang ties other than his presence in music videos, and therefore, it may have been tough to make the jail time stick. However, that didn't stop the public from going into a frenzy, claiming that the jail time was too lenient and that it sets a bad example for other kids roaming the streets with knives and machetes. But if you thought that was crazy, this next rapper stabbed a man in the heart outside a fast food restaurant, then rapped about it in a song where he mocked him for his meal choice. You don't want to miss this crazy story. Lil M. Lil M. is a rapper associated with the South London gang and rap crew called 814, a split-off group of a larger gang called the Ghetto Boys that operates in the New Cross, Lewisham, and Deptford area of South London. 814 has gained prominence in the UK drill scene, and Lil M. was one of their most prominent members. But M.'s career would be cut short after he was found guilty of causing bodily harm to a victim he stabbed in March 2020. The stabbing occurred outside of After Hours, a fast food restaurant in New Cross, South London. 814 is known to have beef with another local gang called Monson Bloodset. The man that M. attacked was a man named Ahmad Torfi, who was alleged to be a member of the rival gang. However, according to the defense attorneys, Ahmad was not an active gang member, but simply friends with a few members of the crew and was actually a shy, mild-mannered man who worked as a steward at local sporting events. He was out that night getting food with his twin brother and girlfriend when M. caught him off guard and stabbed him multiple times in the chest.
Damn.
He had to undergo open heart surgery because of the attack and is now permanently paralyzed. To make matters worse, M. released a freestyle to YouTube where he brags about the stabbing. He even goes as far as to diss his victim for his meal choice, rapping, "All he wanted was some mac and cheese."
Talk on the net, I don't mind it. Should have been dead, but you brought through fighting. Blue tape was done by me. I put A in A and E. News was not that key, because all I really wanted was some mac and cheese.
It's pretty cold-blooded to nearly stab someone to death, then make fun of their taste in food. But in the world of drill rap, anything goes. M. was arrested not long after releasing his freestyle and sentenced to 14 years in prison for the crime. Ahmad survived the attack, but is now permanently affected. Although no one deserves to be stabbed in the chest while out grabbing a meal, there is a disagreement online as to how involved Ahmad was in the Monson Bloodset gang. Several media outlets allege that the crime was a case of mistaken identity. However, this clearly isn't the case. Ahmad, who also went by the name Ace, was at least affiliated with the Monsons, as seen in this picture drill fans uncovered on social media. Others have claimed that Ahmad was active on social media and had gotten into beef with rival gang members online in the past. Also, Lil M. claims in court that Ahmad and his brother rushed him when they saw him outside the restaurant and was simply acting in self-defense. Whether Ahmad is entirely innocent or not doesn't really matter because Lil M. still committed the crime and then proved his guilt by rapping about it. But hopefully, this will be a lesson to others that even just hanging with the wrong people or making threats online can get you caught up in serious beef. If you like this video, check out some of our previous videos. From rappers and gangs to rappers that ran from...
Yo, man, this whole video was all crazy, man. All over the place, man. These niggas really out here killing niggas with knives, stabbing niggas. Like, shit crazy, bro. But if you like this type of content and you like this video, man, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell, man.